Hello everybody, Donny Games here. I just needed something to kind of calm me down a little bit. I've been recently been having a little bit of a issue lately in the last yesterday or something like that. I think it's actually been a little bit of a problem for a couple days maybe. But I always like preserving games as much as I can and own my media as when I can. When I actually at the end of the day, when Rec Room or like Nintendo or Rockstar Games, and the end of the day when their servers are gone, and any developer, when you want to preserve your games in any capacity, if you want to play something at the end of the day, you should be able to own your games and to be able to play them for the end of the time is always something nice to have. Now, recently, um, the Rec Room preservation scene is some of the most scummiest things that I've ever seen, and they also try to see if they can get away with it by actually stealing Rec Room's assets and then putting it on me for saying that I'm in the wrong for taking down people for stealing my videos word for word, bar for bar. Look, let's get into it. So basically, if you're not aware, recently, this person, Gribbly, which I doubt is the real Gribbly because he doesn't even have his actual his Rec Room tag is not doesn't even have a Rec Room tag. He has no mutual servers. He has no friends. And if he did belong in a Rec Room server, I would see it. I was here when this person actually, I was on the server. He only exists in a Kitty Rec server, and you can tell. And he sent me a cease and desist, trying to threaten me, saying like, "Oh, what did he say?" Well, okay, well let's look into it. Notice a cease and desist. Donny Games. This letter is served upon unauthorized use of Tabby Cluster Incorporated, the patent company of Kitty Rat Games assets. Yeah, you're stealing Rec Room's assets, dunce. Yeah, see, you know what this link leads to, by the way? Let me give you a hint, by the way. If you go to this link, by the way, if you scroll a little bit down, you'll notice that Rec Room Incorporated is mentioned. If we if we press the F8 key, you can notice that like already that Rec Room Incorporated or the company behind Rec Room is mentioned a grand total of 0 times in the mention of this freaking credits mentioning. They don't actually mention anything of Rec Room's company in the credits. They mention it in the Builds archive, but they don't credit Rec Room at all. Okay? So these people are literally plagiarizing Rec Room's assets. Oh man. And how do I know that? Well, let's take a look at what they have. Well, if you look in this thing called the November 8th, 2018 build, if you look in there, you can. I'm gonna literally show you what they have. I'm not gonna download it or anything. But if you look into the build, they literally go into open in a new tab. Wait, no, details. Uh, Look, I'll just show you what they have. I already have it. I already have the files backed up. Obviously, I'm not going to distribute them because I feel like I'm subject to a legal DMCA for whatever bullshit reason. But I have the files personally backed up. This is literally Rec Room's assets, okay? That's it. Something that Rec Room should be going after, but even though they're shutting down their servers, they probably won't. November 8th, 2018. Now, I know that as much as I want to have this kept up, per se, I absolutely don't like it. I have to side with Rec Room when they're literally plagiarizing Rec Room's assets. When Maya also, by the way, is the owner of this thing, and she was able. She was the one, or she. I don't know. She was the one who actually. They were the ones that This person was actually the one who gave me permission to actually work on Kitty Rec. Anyways, and then Gribbly was actually the one who actually said, "Wait, what? No, you don't get permission." So how do we go from we give you permission and then take that permission, turn around and take that permission away? What the fuck is your problem? Which way are we going here? Oh my god, these people are so brain dead. Like, this is so obnoxiously stupid. So I left Kitty Rec Discord because these people are so toxic. And then also, if we go to the Revival Rec Discord, which I have the receipts for, let's see. They initially basically said that the reason why in the voice chat I was actually talking to them, and they said that the reason why that they were actually talking about sending a cease and desist, the reason why they sent that was because I was actually protecting my rights, which I actually am in the right for doing so. I actually have the right to protect my work. I mean, come on now. I mean, obviously, if you're plagiarizing my work bar for bar, word for word, like, come on. Like, my video was created 5 days ago, and you're straight up stealing my videos with words. What do you think's gonna happen? Anyways, that's all the time I have for this video. I'm sorry if it was short. I hope it was freaking noticeable on the end. I hope that sometime that Rec Room can get a semblance of understanding that these people are not the people that should preserve this game, because they need to actually get a sense of knowledge that they need to either stop their illegal threats and maybe move on, or Rec Room needs to get involved and shut these people down to silence, because this is disgusting, degenerate behavior that needs to be stopped. And I am not going to sit there and let it stand. If you think I'm going to not sit there and listen to these, if you think I'm going to sit there and listen to these people, you're mistaken. So, anyways, guys, that's about it. See ya.